Hey, what's happening, guys? Elton here in the Hochelaga Borough of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Today is November 25th, 2018. It is approximately, I don't know, 6:30 p.m. or so. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video. I'm fucking bummed out today, man. Weather, of course, makes it worse. Yesterday it was almost like a balmy day, 2 degrees Celsius, sunny all day. It's fantastic, and today is shit. I'm really forcing myself to go out because I just feel so bummed out, so depressed, and I figured I was going to do this video, you know, just like sitting on my couch, whatever, with the camera pointing at me, and I'm like, no, fuck that. Actually, I find that too difficult. I said, you know what, it just occurred to me as I walked out of my place, I said, I'm going to do it this way, as I, you know, talk about whatever when I'm doing these walking videos. I think I'll just have to clean off the lens now and then because it's drizzling. Alright, so I'm going to get serious now and talk about fucking depression. You know, we have up here in Canada the what's known as the Bell Let's Talk Day, which is a great initiative from Bell Canada, but unfortunately it's kind of bullshit because people don't fucking talk to each other on the phone like they're supposed to, like the fucking telephone was intended to do, as it was made by, back in the day, by Alexander Graham Bell in whatever, fucking 1896 or whatever. But anyway, oddly enough, I actually read something interesting recently, speaking of which, that people, specifically young people who text the most, they found that, researchers found that actually them texting as a way of reaching out to talk to somebody, even though it's not talking literally, has actually prevented suicides. Imagine that. Not something I would have thought of, being bipolar. I mean, seriously, being old school as I am, and I find it frustrating, like so many people, that, you know, people aren't talking anymore on the phone. They don't call you anymore, and it's bad enough, you know, you communicate with people via email and they don't fucking respond. It's very irritating. Very aggravating, actually. Especially recently. I'm not going to say which YouTuber it is. A guy subscribed to my channel, but man, did he piss me off, this guy. This guy from fucking, he's been subscribed to me for years, and oh boy, I smell fire. Like bad fire, like something on burning, like, anyway. So, you know, and it's like, he says he's gonna buy that drawing that you guys saw me draw there, the street scene, and he's like, oh, I'm interested in buying that for my house, and, you know, another drawing, and he never fucking bought it. I tried to communicate with him. I said, dude, you know, and finally I saw he got pissed off, and I wrote to him, like, dude, look, I said, if you can't fucking buy something, don't tell me you're gonna buy it. At least tell me that, you know, you can't buy it, you don't have the money, whatever, you know. No communication, no email, no nothing. So fuck you, who you are. You know who you are. Fucking idiot. Called him a deadbeat too. What a fucking deadbeat. People call me a deadbeat because I don't have a job. At least I fucking am true to what I say. I don't fucking waste people's time. Don't fucking waste my time. All I've had lately in the past 2 weeks is just strokers. People, they say they want to buy something, they're interested, blah blah blah. Do you take PayPal? Nothing happens. Remember that one? You've seen this one, eh? Probably some of you loyal subscribers. I love that mural. But you know, these walks and filming things is what keeps me going. Or my family and little friends that I have, because frankly, I mean, you guys, you know me well, I'm fucking visually impaired. I'm obsessed with these old vehicles. I can't even fucking drive them legally. And I never will. You know? So here's my story. Yeah, I've been single most of my life. I've lost so many friends during my life because I am bipolar or an OCD and what have you, that I know I'm a tough personality to deal with and to put up with. And it's just, I've lost so many great friends and best friends, and some of them, you know, I had them, you know, I decided for them that it wasn't going to work either as a friendships, but I was diagnosed being manic depression, aka bipolar, back in October 2007, when I had a major panic attack at a grocery store, actually. And they called the ambulance, and I ended up at the hospital, and I stayed overnight, and then the next morning I was there with my mom, and the doctor says, yeah, you're bipolar, and he says, you might be OCD. Might be? Holy shit, if you saw my fucking apartment, man, with all those fucking pictures, I have old cars and trucks and all the models and the ads, everything related to transportation. Damn right I am, damn right I'm OCD. Which is a beautiful and terrible thing all at once. How many of these episodes have I seen of American pickers like you, where, you know, just see guys like me, you know, are single most of their lives, just fucking weirdo eccentrics with these extremely extensive collectibles of whatever it may be, cars, military, model cars, toys, fuck, you name it. You know, nice old Malibu, eh? Yeah. Love that 79 Malibu. Now this Malibu, by the way, just going off the subject for a second, belongs to this old, very old garage here. And I remember I talked to the owner one time. Seemed like a nice guy. He said to me that they only use this car as a push car. Meaning, you know, when they get a customer's car that doesn't run, you know, and it doesn't move, so they use this car to push the cars into the garage. Interesting, eh? So it's tough, man. What's it like being bipolar? It's, well, again, it's bipolar is going through highs and lows. So it can be great. Like yesterday, I felt like I was on a high. It was sunny all day, blue skies. Everything was beautifully lit. Filmed a couple of walks. Filmed a couple of oldies. One was a car, one was a truck. Felt good in the evening. I watched a great series of movies on Harley Davidson and the family and that business. And, but today, man, with this fucking weather, shit all day, this rain and lack of color, like it's been pretty much for the past 2 months. No, I got a hard time with it. I really reflect, I'm really a reflection, I think, like so many of us, of when the weather's... Oh, shit. Oh, look at that. Fire truck 213 or 613. No, sorry, I think that, well, it was either 213, 613 or 448 responding there. I think it was 448. Let me see if I clean this lens a little here. Well, you know, in making this video, though, there was also some things, some points I wanted to touch on, you know, and that I'm still here, man. And when I was talking with my friend Randy from Michigan, who I trade all these ads with, a lot of these great ads I get from him. He's a very down-to-earth guy, blue-collar guy. Used to work for Kelsey Hayes, and out in Michigan there. And he says, you know, a man has to have a purpose. And he hit the nail right on the head. It's true. If a man does not have a purpose, what the fuck is the point of living? Right? That's why prison. When you're in prison, that takes your life away. Your life is fucking on hold, or it's over. Cancel. If you're serving a life prison, what's your purpose? The only purpose you can be, either from being a model prisoner, I guess, is maybe you know, I don't know, study to get a college diploma or something. A Lincoln LS, great looking car, but what a piece of junk, eh? Just like a Jaguar, beautiful piece of crap. And but I'm proud to make this video because, you know, again, I didn't really, I was reluctant to do it because as much as I'm really transparent, as you guys know, I don't want to talk about every little piece of my life. Like, you really think I want to tell you that I've been alone most of my life? That I've been able to maintain relationships, that I've been so obsessed with cars and drawing cars and making models and videos, whatever, that I really did not take enough time to, you know, to put more energy into meeting somebody, you know? Mind you, the dream is usually there, but that's also another typical manic depression trait, you know. And what are we gonna say? And so, you know, the point of the video is to, you know, I want to hear about you, even if it's not, you know, literally. You can give me a call if you want. Talk about this shit. It is shit. And, you know, there was a subscriber I had. I don't know what happened to her. She was this young girl, I guess. She was, I don't know how old, 16 or something, somewhere in Virginia, West Virginia. She hated where she lived. She lived in the fucking backwoods somewhere in the hills, I guess, and just very miserable. And she dreamed of living in Montreal. And, of course, that's the trouble with the internet and things like YouTube or Facebook, is that it makes us envy others. Makes us wish we were in a better place, in a different place. You know, like I always yearn for myself, for example, to live, you know, where the place where all the old vehicles are, not fucking here, you know. I mean, here, this is the fucking Rust Belt. Don't get me wrong, half time of the year it's great, but I mean, you know, we've got dreams. Dreams are what keep us going, and dreams are free. And Wish I had that stick right now, actually, to hold the fucking camera in front of me there or something. And we're getting closer to the Canadian Pacific line, by the way. And oh yeah, it's getting real foggy. Look at that. Oh, daddy. Major fog. Fog in French is brume, de la brume. Ah. And that's a garage for the Orleans Express buses, aka Keolis. Oh, that guy's got a serious load, eh? I gotta stop for a second, tie my shoe. I forgot to mention something too. Ah, shit. Hang on, guys. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Right. An important thing I forgot to mention. Family history. Family history of depression is fucking major in my family, and I'm sure if you suffer from depression or you know somebody that suffers from depression and you know their family, then it's in the goddamn family, unfortunately. It's genetic, just like my eyesight. My eyesight, I inherited it from my grandfather. He never drove legally. And just funny because he's, you know, he was, you know, just a casual admirer of cars. And but my grandfather, unfortunately, as I found out, he died in 2004. I think it was 88. And I didn't know up until then, I think, that he was bipolar. He was manic depressive for 25 years, and he took lithium, and then when he stopped taking it, he just kind of turned into a vegetable, I think. So there's him. But really, though, on my dad's side, it's bad. On the McFall side, my dad definitely suffered from depression, big time. I think, especially when my mom and him divorced. Yeah, he took that really hard. And my Uncle Brian told me one time that apparently my dad, he may have tried to kill himself by driving that beloved 79 Delta 88 that I loved so much, and driving into a wall. And one day I saw it, and it was a little bit damaged in the front. Well, I don't think he drove it in really hard though, but then again, those bumpers were so heavy, they were so big. And then it only occurred to me recently that, you know, my dad, he was a true fucking Irish. Unfortunately, yeah, he loved to drink. Just like everybody in the McFall side of the family, all like to fucking drink. Christ, my grandfather, his brothers, even my aunt, who's the only oldest surviving McFall, actually, is my Aunt Sharon. And, yeah, and just my dad, I mean, you know, he got by every day on his, you know, fucking Jack Daniels and beer, but the fact of the matter is even if they say you had chronic fatigue syndrome, the booze didn't fucking help, man. It doesn't help you. And now we're talking, since we're touching, and I wonder what he would have been like if he didn't drink, or didn't drink so much and only drank casually, frankly. And since we're talking about that, let's talk about that for a moment. That's another thing I wanted to touch on, is that now some of you guys know I quit smoking weed. Oh jeez, it's been like I guess 2 months now. I think I kind of lost track of that, and it's kind of tough right now these days sometimes, especially when I'm at home. I don't have much to do. It's just hard. It's because, you know, you're used to having that there as like a little friend to keep you company, so to speak, you know. And but as much as I had a lot of good times and creative ideas, smoking pot, and you know, all that fucking shit. You know what, let's go this way. Actually, I was gonna go the other way. But the fact of the matter is, there's nothing fucking good about it if you're bipolar. I even researched it. I researched the disease, well, let's call it illness. And it's just, you know, it was kind of vague. Some people will say they're bipolar, they do well with it, it helps them get by. But generally, it's not recommended. It's not. It's a depressant, you know. It's just like booze. Again, it's all relative, you know. I mean, if people get by, oh, fucking, and don't get me wrong, I'm not against, you know, marijuana being illegal. I mean, there's obviously a lot of good reasons why it should be legal, because, I mean, God knows, we all know how many families and friendships alcohol has destroyed. I mean, fuck, one of the reasons why I lost one of my best friends was because he was a fucking pothead. And during the and towards the end of the friendship, he became so angry and mad, and I know that from experience what that's like. You know, and I was like that too. I'm still getting mad sometimes, especially about the STM, or about fucking stupid shit like that, about what I mentioned about people not calling and being insincere, and you know, you're trying to make money honestly, and you know, the thing with that fucking Russian who fucking stole my video without asking and never apologized. By the way, that channel name is called The Magnum. I've been checking it every day to make sure this fucking prick didn't have his video put back up by YouTube, but luckily for me, they did not put it back up. So, boy, the lighting is beautiful, don't I? See, this is why I wanted to go out. I really forced myself out. I really was just bleh, today, bleh, you know? Hang on, I gotta clean this camera a second. Be great if I get some CP action coming up on the overpass here. What you're going to see in a moment here was a big train yard, but used to be a lot bigger, a lot more active than now. So I'm not rushing to wrap up this video because I so you know, anyway, so that's the thing, as I'm not wrapping this up quick because I want to make sure I cover all my bases, because this is a very more important subject than ever. Look, frankly, the fact of the matter is people are more depressed than ever. The positive with life is today, even though I'm old school, is that there are more outlets today. You know, again, people can communicate and express their feelings via phone, via texting, emails, chatting, what have you. And the social resources are there. If you need to talk to somebody, contact your local clinic. Get in touch with somebody. Talk to it. If you can't talk to any of your friends about how you feel and express yourself and vent your frustration, they're not your fucking real friends. Get some new friends. And especially if you can't talk to anybody in your family about this, then you really got a problem. But you can talk to me, and I'm not saying we're going to become buddies, but you know, whatever. I feel you, I understand you. Mind you, that being said, even me, I have a limit. You know, I like people and I hate people, frankly. I wasn't always like this, but I mean, when people let you down continuously over the years, I had a guy who was a brief friend for a while that filmed his old car, and a very nice guy, and he's bipolar for like, since I was born. Like, you know, he's older than me. He was fucking diagnosed in 1975 when I was born. And I mean, he's just too much of a handful to deal with, frankly. He talks in he's a very nice guy, but he talks in a very incoherent manner and repeats things over and over again. Again, just like myself, how I can be very irritating like that. Just, This fucking life, man, you know? This fucking goddamn life. Fucking pain in the ass. It's beautiful, but it's like I tell people more than ever. It's beautiful, but it's a pain in the ass. That's what it is. It's always fucking troubles. Always fucking problems. If you can fucking count on anything in life, it's fucking debt and taxes. Or like Marvin Gaye used to say, you know, that song I love there called Troubled Man, you know? One thing's for sure in life is taxes, debt, and trouble. It's fucking guaranteed, man. And that guy who just passed me, he don't even fucking know the half of it because he's like 23, 25 years old. But the older you get, the more you're gonna fucking see that's true, man. I'll tell you right now, you're a millennial, and you know, I mean, hey, I was young too one time. I mean, some people still say I'm young, even though I'm gonna be 43. But I mean, come on. It's always fucking some shit, you know. My stepfather is supposed to fucking scrap, you know. Imagine taking the bus, which used to be simple and beautiful and comfortable, is fucking shit half the time because of these fucking crap buses. And not to mention people who have no class or smell bad or whatever, and the bus are packed. No, it used to be great. It's just another fucking a thing to add on the shit list of annoyances today, you know? Beautiful, isn't it? Imagine, years ago, this yard was full, man. There's fucking nothing going on there, man. I'm actually wondering, though, if I might be able to get a CP train going through here, though, at this time, because I know there's one leaving here, usually in the evening, and what time is it now? It's not even 7, so I wonder if I could catch it. Or did I miss it? That's, that Public Works garage, City of Montreal Public Works garage, that's not even old, actually. Yeah, they just fucking completed that, like, the year before last, I think. Like 2017, 2016, I mean. Look at that, eh? Let's get a shot of that. Yeah. Ugh. Big truck coming, no? I hope I don't run into this fucking guy there, this homeless guy that I fucking ran into when I was down here last time. I'm going towards the, it's kind of a little park there where you're next to where the tracks are, right next to the tracks where the trains are for the Port of Montreal, and also you can see the river. Well, not so much now. But there was this guy, he gave me trouble there because he says I took pictures of his shack, his cabin there full of tarps, and he's not even supposed to be there anyway, you know, and whatever, fuck. I think that's about it, guys. I just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. I think if there's anything else I think of, I'll just add it. So for now, we'll just, that's it, that's all. Thanks for watching, and like I said, vent your frustrations, man. Talk to people. Chat about it, whatever, write about it. Don't fucking keep things bottled up too long, man, or you're gonna be in big fucking trouble, man. Oh yeah, I'll tell you another story, actually. That's another thing I didn't think of. I had a friend, one of my best friends when I was 18 back in 1995, fucking killed himself. That was, you know, that was really something. At 18 years old, man, that really blew me away. Along with my other friends that he was close to also. Hung himself in his room in a basement of their house. Poor fucking guy just mentally snapped. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, just he got kicked out of university. His girlfriend broke up with him, and his parents threatened to kick him out of the house. And I think there was something else, maybe even. And he just fucking he just checked out. And in hindsight, I was thinking about this recently, and I've thought about this a couple of times over the years. I think he must have been bipolar because, you know, this guy loved to laugh and all that, but, you know, like myself, it seemed he would go through like highs and lows and just very emotional and hot-tempered. And it's like, fuck, you know, he just snapped. You know, not in the sense where he flipped out, but just snapped in the sense that just couldn't do it. Couldn't handle all that. Too much. Yeah, well, gone but never forgotten, you know. Anyway, well, there you go, guys. So again, that's it, man. That's me letting it all hang out, you know. And I'm so oh yeah, and to make things worse, right now I'm so fucking poor right now. I can't even, like, I got like what, $14. I was thinking about getting drunk, but it's not a priority right now when you got $14 left. If you would appreciate my videos and you want to make a little donation to my cause, I'm not on Patreon. You can send me something via PayPal. My email is eltonmcfall@hotmail.com. Elton, E-L-T-O-N, McFall, M-C-F-A-L-L, @hotmail.com, eltonmcfall@hotmail.com, and whatever it may be, I really appreciate it. And because again, what I get from the videos being monetized is really not a lot, and frankly, it's just enough to pay, like, on average, to pay the fucking rent and a bill. That's about it, or a bus pass. So whatever help I get from anybody, it's really appreciated. And I appreciate you watching, and you guys take care, stay safe, bye bye.